Hello everyone, my name is Jordan. I am here in EA's newest facility in the heart of Norwich. I'm going to be the head coach, and we have lots and lots of coaches here ready to see your children in the upcoming weeks. This week, tomorrow, is going to be the start of the club. And then going forward a few weeks, we've got quite a few of you guys coming in as complete newbies. Some of them have experienced gymnasts that are going into advanced. Some of them are really giddy ones, and our preschool session is full up as well. So looking forward to seeing you all. And let me take you around the gym and I'll show you around. Follow me. So we've got a big old competition sprung floor here. It's a lot of fun, so come follow me this way. There's lots and lots of activities that are going to take place. This is where the gymnasts are going to warm up. Every 2 weeks the session plan changes, but they'll always train on floor. This is something that we find is the most transferable across all of the pieces. So if they can do a handstand on floor, then they'll find handstand on beam easier, for example. Then we've got our big old competition track here. That's going to be used. It's a bit bouncier than floor, so it's going to be easier for the gymnasts to learn their skills on. And then from there, they've also got the bounciest one of them all, our tumble track as well. I won't blow that up just because it gets a little bit noisy with the pump. But yeah, follow me. Over here is going to be our vault area. We're going to still waiting for some new equipment, but we've got a mini vault area set up. Over the next couple of weeks, we won't be training on vault. We'll be doing three pieces in the sessions, and one of them is going to be bars. And hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, soon to be 10 bars. Yeah, there's lots of bars for all the children to enjoy. The kids will be grouped into 2 separate groups, sometimes maybe even 3, depending on how many gymnasts we've got on. And there'll be 3 of us training them in this awesome facility. Finally finishing off with beams. We've got quite a few beams and a lot of mats around them, so it's going to be nice and safe for them to all train on. They are very high. If I stand next to the beam, obviously I'm 7'2", so this beam is incredibly high. No, I'm joking. It's still quite high for the kids. It's going to be amazing to see them up in high in the sky, with their arms behind them and balanced on our beam. Right, hello. We are going to be over here at number 5 Whiffler Road. Down one end we've got Drayton Road, and up the other end we've got the Asda, the car shop, all of the big sort of junction area over there as well. And this is where we are. It's a massive, massive car park, so you won't have any troubles parking and things like that. We are, however, the furthest one down, and probably one of the biggest units on the site for all of our amazing equipment. And let me take you down. Right, so here we are. We are at the other end of the car park now. Over here is where you guys can all park. There's going to be lots of spaces available. And over here is where we let the children in. These 2 shutters up here, there's going to be a sign up there. We haven't got it installed just yet, but it is being made as we speak. And then just up that door over there is where we're going to let the children in, so follow me. We'll take them in. Okay, so around 5 to the session, we'll open the door and let the children in. Try not to be too early. I know you guys are eager, but try not to be too early, just because we're letting another group of children out, possibly. And we don't want the children to get overwhelmed with how many are coming in and out and things like that. So yeah, around 5 to the session, we'll open the door, we'll invite you guys in. You parents can come in as well and come and see the facility if you'd like to as well. And here we are, back to the kitchen. And the gym's that way. So the children will put their shoes just over here. If they can bring with them a water bottle, if they can have their earrings taped up, we should have some tape here or some plasters, but if they can not wear their jewellery, then that would be awesome. And then the gymnastics, they'll take part in either bare feet or grippy socks, so like the high altitude socks. All right. So where you guys will be is where we started the video, just inside our party room. Unfortunately, we haven't got tables and chairs or anything like that just yet, but feel free, you can wait in the car as well. But otherwise, these windows will be open and available to look through for the opening week. And then here, so a lot of people have asked me, would their child get into the club after their trial, and would we, like, if they're not good enough and things like that, would we still have them in the club? Absolutely. The trial isn't a trial for them, it's them trialing us, and you guys trialing us more than anything. So if they have fun, if they enjoy it, then we're going to have a session no matter their ability, and we can even change that afterwards if it's not working out, like timings and things like that aren't working out for you guys. We're completely flexible, excuse the pun, but we're literally any day, any time, there's going to be a session for them. So when we fill out the register at the beginning of the session, as long as your child's all ticked in and happy and coming in and going through the door and everything like that, they're sat on the dots ready for their warm-up, we'll press save register, and that will send an email to you guys if they would like to then book on. That has all like the boring like money and all that kind of stuff, but basically it's a monthly, effectively a direct debit, but you can use any cards that you pay for. So a lot of people like to use credit cards and things like that. It's completely flexible. It happens on the first of the month apart from the initial payment. Now just for you guys that are booked on to like the opening week, and if you are trialing throughout June, you guys are going to get basically an early bird offer. During the summer holidays, we prefer to have the gymnasts in with us. We like to keep them busy. We don't want them to be, doing basically sat at home doing nothing. So we keep the clubs open during the summer holidays, and especially we like to have them in extra. So whilst they are off school, you guys are going to get an exclusive discount of 100% off of a camp. So a 2-hour workshop, I'm kind of planning it in at the minute. I'm thinking sort of acro and tumble workshop. It's my speciality, I absolutely love it. So if they would like to book onto that, it's going to be completely free of charge just because you book on in June, and that's it. There's no catch to it. You get one per child that sign up and things like that. So they'll be able to come along to one of our camps as well and see how awesome they are. So most of the classes will be structured in a similar way. It's just as they grow into a more able class, they'll get more time to spend on each piece. The warm-up is usually the beginning of the session. They warm up all together, they'll then stretch all together. Then after that, in our intermediate and advanced session, there'll be like an extra after warm-up activity. So it could be extra work on handstands, it could be extra flexibility work, or even extra conditioning. Now we turn the conditioning stuff into a brilliant game. It's amazing. They all love it. However, they'll wake up the next morning and they try and sit up out of bed and they go, oh, my abs are absolutely killing. But that's how they grow, that's how they get stronger, and it's a great way to begin the session. After that, they'll always train floor in their session. Again, like I mentioned earlier, that's just the most transferable piece. And then after that, they'll train 2 other apparatus pieces. So it could be track and bars for 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that, it'll be then beam and vault. So it's a fortnightly rotation. You guys are the first to know what they're getting up to. So instead of them coming out and you going, oh, what did you get up to in gym today? They're going to be shattered, they're going to be tired, they're going to go, oh, yeah, it's good, that'd be it. But if there's a bit more of you kind of understand what they're actually training on in the gym, you can go, oh, how was your cartwheels today? They're like, oh, yeah, we've done this and this. It's usually letting you guys know first what they get up to is the brilliant, it's just amazing for feedback and things like that, just coming from them. But that is how the sessions are structured. They work on the same skills for 2 weeks in a row as well. So if they don't quite manage to learn the skill in the first week, usually a revision week, like the second week and week 2, we can either make it more challenging for those that have got it, or those that don't have it, they get that extra bit of time to learn it and practice it until we cycle back around to that skill again. So another question that we get asked a lot is, what should the gymnasts wear for their taster? And they can wear, I would advise it is kind of warm. So if they could wear shorts and a leotard, or basically any kind of PE clothing or clothing that they'll wear for PE. So no dresses, no skirts, no jeans and things like that. Anything that they'll be able to move around in. Ideally it would be a leotard if they do want to come on full time, but at the minute, whilst they're just trying it out, it's absolutely fine just to wear normal PE gear. So upon signing up, there'll be some information about competitions and badges as well. Now the badges side of things are compulsory in our sessions. We like to test them every 12 months. The details of when we're going to be testing them and when like the payment and things like that are going to be coming out will all be on the website on that magic link that you'll get sent. It's £7 a time that we test them, and basically what it means is once they complete a group of badges in their particular session, so we'll have one for preschool, we'll have one for beginners, intermediate and advanced, and once they complete each of those groups, they get instantly moved up. So maybe preschool is grown in ability much quicker than say some other children, or if they've been part of the club for longer, they will move into beginners even if they're not the right age, because we know that the skills and their maturity is going to be ready for them to move up into beginners. Same with the beginners badges, like I said about that criteria earlier about moving into intermediates at a younger age. If they complete all of those badges, then it makes them grow into those skills that I mentioned earlier for the testing criteria to get into intermediates. And then from intermediates, again, the same thing. The badges get more challenging as they move on. And then at the very end, we have our elite badges. Now, they have things like giants on bars where the kids are swinging around and things like that. Now, they are very challenging, but we do have children on the part of the club and they are cracking on. They're loving it. It's a lot of fun. It's very challenging, but it's also very rewarding at the same time. So that's the compulsory side of things that we do to help you guys understand what level they're at, what they're getting up to and things like that as well. We also do kind of a viewing event, so when we test them, as long as everyone's all good and everyone's turned up and everything like that, maybe a week or two after, we'll have you guys in to watch a session, and then you could also you'll also be able to see them get rewarded with their badge certificate as kind of a presentation at the end as well. Other than that, we've got competitions as well. So at some other sites, we've got Lowestoft usually hosts competitions. We'll host some competitions here, and then we'll host some big like national competitions in our Milton Keynes site, which is where I'm from. Now with these classes, or these competitions rather, they aren't compulsory, and you do not need to be selected to go into it. So we'll have competition categories from preschool all the way up to elite and advanced and things like that as well. But if say your child isn't ready, or they're quite new to the club and things like that, and their confidence isn't quite there yet, they don't have to compete. But at the same time, if they are quite new and they're like, yeah, I fancy a competition, absolutely fine. During that time, in the training time running up to the competition, they'll learn routines for the pieces that the competition's on, and their coach will personally train them to make them as pristine as possible with these routines, so they've got the best chance of winning these competitions. So again, buzzing. This is going to be my very first club. I've worked with the company until end of lockdown. I started with a company where we only have one gym in Yarmouth, and I've helped expand it until what it is today. Now this one is personally mine. It's part of the group, but I've worked with the directors and we've come to an amazing agreement so we can open up a gym in the heart of Norwich for lots and lots of access for you guys to have lots of fun. So yeah, very much looking forward to it. I'm gonna give you my personal number just so you guys will have, if you guys have got any questions, then I can get back to you instantly. You can call me anytime. I'm absolutely fine to pick up the phone whenever. So yeah, buzzing. Looking forward to seeing you too.